What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are here. You can see we are a Sam. We are also in the top left there doing New Game Plus. Mainly just doing this just to fill in all those gaps from before. You know what I mean? So we're definitely trying to get everything caught up. This portion of the Let's Play, I can almost guarantee you, is not gonna be caught up in time for for Dawn Trail. Sorry, the main portion of the stream that we're actually doing, where we're progressing through MSQ, that the hope for that is that that'll be caught up to Dawn Trail by the time Dawn Trail launches. My main character Tentali will not be live streaming it. Most likely, the goal is to live stream it with PK. However, due to login restrictions and stuff like that, we may not get a whole lot of actual stream time with PK for the initial launch of Dawn Trail, because it's just going to be packed full of people. It's going to be a while before it kind of calms down and dies down. But this is what we're doing. This is where we are. This is the plan. So continuing on. Chose to do it as a Sam just because Sam's only level 50. And like, I was looking, I was like, he's level 50, Reaper's a 70, Sage is 73, White Mage is 80, Rogue can't do it. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So as y'all recall, this is where we left off. We were doing the Sylph stuff, trying to figure out things in regards to Ramu and all that kind of stuff for them. So let's get it going. This one has been expecting walking one. This one fetches... Oh, hold on, I got tangled up. So I've been expecting walking one. This one fetches elder one. So, just remember, last time we saved him. This one is pleased to see walking one again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, PK Thunder. We have been hearing tale of your deeds of daring do. Well done. The walking ones who aided Noraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? Do we really need to know? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking Ones calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Todorok. Would that this one had not. In Todorok, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one knows well and respects Horned One Kanisena. Horned One Kanisena. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to little solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland where touched ones resides, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered sylph's desire for reconciliation. Another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back to the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by the primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to the horned one, Kanisana. Why is she called the horned one? And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. The Sylph's elder, very reasonable. The Sylph's elder's very reasonable, I must say. You can learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Menphilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One, PK Thunder. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow this crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these one's trust. Oh, la 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 la, crystal. That's our third one. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses touched ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that this one means no harm. These ones, oh man. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. Oh my goodness gracious. Controls. It still lets me fly. That's good. Makes this one's journey much faster. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose any danger if left alone. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to come here. My bad. Went to the wrong place. Ah, if it isn't pt8 Thunder, how went the meeting with the sylphs? A message from the sylph elder himself, if I may. So the sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the tempered ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The elder seats here will be overjoyed to hear that the sylphs have welcomed our overtures. And in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Back from the wood. The Sylvic folk have long been friends of Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the elder seats here to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier, being benevolent soul that she is. My lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello, pt8 Thunder. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Eden and Papulima returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of what primal may be struck from our list of enemies. And the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet, the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would appraise you of the present situation in person. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Do I still have those? Aetherite tickets, Cascader ticket, Bummer. I was hoping I had it, but I don't. As close as I can get. I was hoping I still had some Waking Sands Aetherite tickets, but I don't. That would have helped, but it's okay. This is, however, going to make it so much faster since we're doing it as a new game plus instead of going through it by base, because I would just be mounting and running, and that takes forever. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventure, welcome back, PK Thunder. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. I also know. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I feel resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Eleven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough, Thancred is sparing no effort. There are many in one, just as you suspected. The purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't. And nor have I. Alas, Alize has chosen to walk her own path. Stubborn girl. But you may be assured that our destination remains the same. On that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It's good to see you again, PK Thunder. They're all excited to see me. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can finally strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of Royal has not answered his minions' call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices for a time at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. I forgot that Y'shtola had green eyes. It is as Y'shtola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? Oh yeah, Titan's next, I forgot. I always forget when Titan's, when Titan is. I know he's before Garuda. We already fought Ifrit, so it's supposed to be Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, but I always just like forget exactly when he's supposed to drop, so it's always like meh. The Maelstrom keeps the Cabals under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend on it. Indeed. So then, all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with. Gridania. Wait, I mean Garuda. Who is the primal of Ixal who lived near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, he should not long have wanted for a more practical solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it. but only for a moment. Is there something else, PK Thunder? Beg pardon, a man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off the veil of secrecy now? Gosh, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present, lull in primal hostilities, and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think. Eek! That was Tataru. Tataru, we're coming! It's a sylph. A sylph. In Thanalim. At long last, this one finds walking one, PK Thunder. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Neuroxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. She's like, hi. Pleasure to meet you, Neuroxia. Oh, done! Speak with Menphilia, Menphilia, Menphilia. Dun 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 dun. Boop, 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 boop. Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright as soon as is to express everything else. Not at all. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite. PK Thunder, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Asians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. You completed Realm Reborn Part 2, exiting New Game Plus mode. Ping. We gotta go back in. Part 3! I didn't read it. I probably should have read it. Putting us into New Game Plus real quick. Okay. The adventure's victory over Ifrit, the Lord of the Inferno, prompts compassions to be made to the fabled warrior of light. Yet, even as the feat draws the admiration of the masses, so too does it draw the ire of those shadowy Asians. To what end these masked individuals scheme remains to be seen. The search for answers beginning with one named La Habrea. Making progress, guys. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary, PK Thunder. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Asian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. This was like a 25 quest, I think. It's called like Dealing with Shadows or something like that. Shadow of Darkness, there it is. Whew, we have a lot before they have us do another dungeon though. At present we know little and less about the Asians. Only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with the Flame Commander Swift. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, PK Thunder. I gotta teleport, I might as well just teleport, huh? Ooh-da! Hall of Flame is right over here. Mashman, you've come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes. As we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near the eastern Tantalin. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point to you the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kern. Fate can be cruel, a cruel mistress, but do not be quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention whether or not you have the coin or the mind to spend it. Doing our best to try to breeze on through as fast as we can. Before this though, I'm going to take a really quick bio. So BR to the B's, guys. We're just going to stay here dangling, it's fine. Don't mind me. And we're back! A little longer than I expected, but we're moving. I'm naked. Apparently I'm not wearing pants. Oh, I am. They're like tights. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it, probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have seen one of those. And I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of my many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? When the Order of Nalthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims, but thanks to the nigh endless beastmen raids, folks are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares, spend a bit of coin and to help a struggling merchant? The masked man? I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. I have heard tale of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Tantalin too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. On the trail of a masked man, I have heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's about all I can say, little though it is. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kern raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are rough for us merchants at the moment. The Kern raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I hear or see anything, you'll be the first to know. I finally got some honest to God's information of your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. I was out for an evening stroll minding my own business when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over Thou's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer to some queer current appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use the smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Keep doing that. We're gonna go all the hell out here. Oh, there it is. Like, where the hell does it want me to go? Ah, there he is. I was like, where's my enemy at? I'm down here where I can see you. Hit the wrong button, huh? Hey, win. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Bro, that would get me so dizzy. Look at that thing. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? Ward of the Destroyer. The scroll. It bears the prayer of Roger the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Roger is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected, I must confess. The merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead. The darkness besides, are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here in Highbridge? On to Little Alamigo. Ibarra has a suggestion to help you with your investigation. The Alamigan bandit you had run in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, then you should head towards Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, that settlement is the favorite destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Whatever it is, it's up to you. I wish you the best. To Alamigo! Well, Little Alamigo. Plus side is, the New Game Plus doesn't like restrict me with teleportation and flying, so it'll make it go by a little faster, which is nice. Why yes, he borrows my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't bother you with my family matters, but I'm grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man. I'm afraid that description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have something. I would recommend that you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here, be gone. Well met, adventurer. I'm Giselbert, head of security here in Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I will try to help my fellow men where I can. And you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say this sounds familiar, but I have men on the lookout for a Malza in the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet dandelion tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Keep doing that. Let me do that. There we go. Who the hell's you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Well, ain't you considerate my thanks, friend. What's that? Masked villain hiding among the refugees? Like as not. My compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. You there. Are you an Amalza? No? Then carry on. Ah, this sophisticated aroma has been forever since I had a drop of sweet dandelion. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 films tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Well then. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalza overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me, you shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. There we go. So I have to switch that around. It's getting annoying. Flying makes life so much easier. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have a lot to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, it seems you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. So you're determined to press on with your investigation? Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without Alamegan trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ulda, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose, of course, is the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabal belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so you best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Speak with Minfilia. Back to Herizian. Do a barrel roll. Welcome back, Peak of Thunder. How fares the investigation? I see, given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who have been displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live in the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships, I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Your Alamegan comrade is named Heribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spared no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Herbert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. This is pt8 Thanatai, the Thion's rising star. Is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo. That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries the weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. She may say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Quarry Mill. These fools got me bouncing all over the head and back. What the hell? You want me to introduce you to the resistance? Huh, why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Herbert sent you. That worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor. Simply incredible. I realized Herbert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefred, a captain of the resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. I am Mefred, a proud man of the Alamegan resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galen, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Gosh damn it. I've asked the villagers for aid, gone on my knees and begged, and they refuse to lift a finger. If Galen dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albrita. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. Okay. You want me to just use Kiraga on him? It's fine. Switch over to my my High Mage. One of Mefred's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been in Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. You wish to aid the Alamegans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. The authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, being they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night, whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since the time immemorial, and ever shall it be. It's okay. I'll cut off the festered limb for you. That's how it's to be then. The bloody hearer might as well kill Galen herself. Spit on the elementals, to spit on her bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I led my men to Corma, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell, Galen can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. As you well know, the people of the Current will help us, so I have no choice to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is traditionally remedy for poison purging is a traditional remedy with poison purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. You need some horns, do you? Alright. I get you. Hello, gubbies. Ah, you're back. Tell me you got the four horns with you. You're a godsend adventurer. Praise Ralgar, there's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscarin, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as how he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. Godspeed. How was that? Oh. I was so confused for a minute. I was like, what the hell? Peaky Thunder, ever sight for sore eyes? How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me. Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. Hey, I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say you saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill. So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as it needs. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal for more than you owe me, I reckon. Still owe you a deal more than you owe me. It is well you have returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? God's bless you, adventure. I'll see that Galen receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Ah, adventurer. Galen has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about. Not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate where it was before or worse. We need you to help us find him and quickly. Start by asking Albrita. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally, it's about time you came asking about Galen. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. It made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to little Alamigo. Blasted. Would that I'd known that what he was thinking, I'd have stopped his folly myself. The love Galen bears for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Oh, lordy. Out in the wilds, alone, that fool. That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galen. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Galen, where you be? There he is. Watch out, a goblin. Goblin, you say? Where? I see no goblin. He's dead. Don't worry about him. Galen. Captain, but why? You should be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, goddammit? The oath to reclaim our homeland? We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galen. I'll see you back at Quarry Mill. Gotcha, bruh. Galen's expected to make full recovery and will linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something from me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo, that's all. Far be it from me to question your desire, of course. Very well, I'll provide you with a letter to show Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he'll do all in his power to aid you. To Little Alamigo! Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke of Meffred. It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 'Twill be praised. Whoever you are, Meffred sees you as a friend. And any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek and will tell you what I can. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo as of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they're not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. The hell are you? You're a bird. A bow of the white wisp. Oh, is this one of the yokai weapons? Could be. Adeline. Gundobald sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... Oh, you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw that old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. The masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. I thought one of them was going to be up here. One right here. There's the other one. What? Have I been meeting with any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell my friends you're looking for them. There's a bunch been sulking about, right, suspicious, like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and there's trouble, mark me words. I still get all turned around in Little Alamigo sometimes. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's been anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned well within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Not would do but to dispose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got a revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though. The young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Hey, Adventure, you done talking with the old bear? I got a message for you from Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. The Eden Mount. And you just hang off the side of it. That's kind of cool. Hey, what's going on over here? So many fates going on. I don't know why I even bothered with it. Hello, Wilred. Thanks for coming, friend. There's no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? Coral got your tongue, huh? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him. Y'all think you can get me up? Now then. Now that I've disposed of your friends. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us, all bloody, all you like. But nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. Yo, lordy. Your mount can fly no higher. This is not very high at all. Sorry. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Wilred mentioned obtaining power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabald, I... Bertliana, God's preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling to hope. It was wrong to dream of... Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alhamigans? Do not heed to such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilred, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must head to Bertlana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear they may do something rash. Got you, fam. Got you, fam. Who am I talking to? I hate how they, like, hide them from me. They're like, oh, you need to go talk to this person, but they, like, hide the person from you. It's like, And look at this. They put it behind the damn tent because I was going to find that. The map of Zanrak. This way. This is the one where they're upstairs. Will Ridge. Almighty Roger, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength to put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again. Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us again. Oh, lordy. He plans to perform a summoning. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seven hells did I put the bloody map? The map that I already have. Oh, child. Oh, child. What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable. And to think they looked down on us? Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilfred to the bitter end, and not afraid of a few lizards. Hunting knife. Gone, the whole lot of them. Then it was as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it they mean to do? What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Zunrak. Wait, you said Wilfred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalza are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may find them before it's too late. Oh, it will be too late, but that's because I will wait until they're dead. And then I will slaughter the Amalza. And just say that they all were killed before my arrival. Ha! Bam, bam, bam. Oh, it's an instance. Wilfred, did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystals to Ralger to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardman's cash, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamegan people. This hope I will guard with my life. The excuse will keep. Smacking them all with AoEs right now, that's all I got. Oh, they're tempered. Charm I'm about to kill the boss. Who's the mage? Ja 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 ja. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals that are right there, right for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilfred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralgar. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of your story back at Little Alamigo. I dare say pt8 Thunder will wish to hear it as well. La 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 la. What the fuck is that right there? Oh, that's the Omega Mount. That's the card. Everybody's doing fates. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralgar, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution. Nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within all of us. It is for you to decide what to make of his legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and I'm sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Back to square one. With that, we had more information to offer, but what Wilred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you will put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. She dives. Enter the Waking Sands. Looking back, pt8 Thunder, I'm reliably informed that the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Explains everything that occurred. Blended the knowledge of summoning in impressible young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malignant will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Milton Filia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further on the investigation. While you were attending to business in Thanland, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Naraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, PK Thunder. Aww, she cares about me. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One, then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with the Walking One in the Ashkron Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Medrad had a encounter with a scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Merad. Digging One is to be found at Fallground Float in North Shroud. What's the matter? Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Soothe him. Soothe. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was heading back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In an instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Sao, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man. If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Anything to ensure we don't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork, that's what I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks were pointing a finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Flying in a Realm Reborn is so much nicer than not being able to fly in a Realm Reborn because, yeah. Cupcake, hi! Hunting your Twitch as well. Well, welcome, Cupcake. Welcome. And appreciate the follow. I don't know why it didn't notify me that I got a follow. I gotta fix that. I don't know why I did that. But hi! Welcome. Welcome to Dustrum. One more? Tally-ho! Ha, gotcha, bitch. Oh, I guess I could just fly back. I mean, I could just teleport back. Since the free company's got the discount on anyway. Burr, 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 burr. So, you've already seen to the Ziz. Good work. Or the Ziz? I don't know. Good work, adventurer. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? I don't think so. Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz off our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Ziz so ridiculous. That was the quest name. Ziz so ridiculous. Let's see. Where are we? We're literally about to unlock Hakuke Manor, so... Well, not unlock. I mean, we already have it, obviously, but we're about to be forced to go do it. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? And seemly japes aside, there's a rumor going around that there's some as a whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing a flash and a moan. This bears investigating, I reckon, and I'm going to give you a I'm going to give you fire sand to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll just have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Oh. I can only accept one quest at a time. That's unfortunate. New Game Plus slowing me down. How dare they? Here? No? Further below, it says. I have to pick up all of this? Ugh, it's gonna take forever. Interact faster. Interacting slowly. I keep doing this. I need to just do that. So much faster. Shking. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. Almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. There is something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely at the same time at Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had mind to go investigate. You know, the same area that I was just in. Damn you, New Game Plus. Well, maybe not the same exact area, but pretty damn close. Dive! Hey. I'm gonna help y'all out for a second. Golem fragment. Oh, people are doing the fates because they're trying to get all the minions, huh? That's what's going on. Oh well. This is how you go about getting all the minions for the Yokai Watch event. Probably have more than enough. Because I have to fly out of the fate. Oh my goodness. Takes a while to survey, huh? Let's see. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallground. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Okay. Power of deduction. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken the creature for a Banemite. But you and me were moms apart. How could we both have seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventure friend here had a run-in with a Banemite at the very same spot you claimed to see the fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. An apple tart? Oh, he's serious. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why it couldn't be. Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. Ah, so obvious. Then that means, since we've been here repeating sightings of the fiends, there must have been even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depths. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Unless you have forgotten it was a rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. They're like, yeah, we're done. Bye. We don't want to listen to this no more. Bye. Mangled corpse. I don't know why I bothered flying. Like... Greetings, adventurers. Is there aught amiss with you? There's a mangled corpse I found. God, be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in Central Shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of a winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify the next of... This button engraved with the lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Samantha! Secret of the White Lily. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue an investigation. While it is standard procedure to entrust key while it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals. You have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry out your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mion. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. To Gridania. Good evening to you, pt8 Thunder. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Nope. Well, isn't this a lovely button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you find this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. I wonder if they're ever, like, they do all these crossover events with other games. I wonder if they're ever going to do a Kingdom Hearts one. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you'll have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. Is there a soul in Gridania who does? It would be, if there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sengold over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. Xenos versus Dark Mickey. Absolutely. That would be fantastic. Bernadette believes I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist. Never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Here's this button. Fascinating. Work of this quality rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search at Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me of late. There has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Ugh. You know, like, I love this game so much. I really do. The only thing I hate about this game is fetch quests. I can't stand fetch quests. And although you might not consider this a fetch quest, it pretty much is. Why couldn't I just talk to one person? Why couldn't Mion just be like, oh yeah, the dude, I saw this dude over here before, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I just came over here and talked to him. But no. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, lead me to my thoughts. The sigil of the Dartenko family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face. Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to the lady's madness and free her from her torments. Skeletons in her closet. Ha ha. Anyway, I was once a manservant in the employ of the oldest and proudest families of Gridania, the Dartenkors. I don't know how to pronounce that. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many unseen moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but Lady believed they would help her to regain what she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but then the time came to return to the house. My legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hakuke Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved to never speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hakuke Manor on the western edge of Central Shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Do. We are going to... I'm gonna go reap it up in there. Grandparents Meadows. Shkum. Up and over. Pardon, pardon. I see the mana. Pwom. Hakuge Manor now accessible. We go like this, we go like this. We're gonna go handle business up in here. Oh, hi, how are you? Goodbye. Goodbye. Who drops the key? Oh yeah, it's in a room, huh? I thought it was this room. Is it not this room? Guess not. Must be that first room. The only explanation. Yep, there it is. Hello everyone. Don't mind me. I'm just here for the tiny key. Okay, bye. Opens the door, twist the lid off. Opens the door, counterclockwise. Release Tartar to kill Minotaur. I don't remember which room we actually have to go into. It's been so long since I've been here. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. don't need that. Bum, dum, bum. I think we broke the game because, like, we're moving through this dungeon and no music's playing. So I think we broke the game. I mean, the battle music kicks on, but it's like it. Thank you. I don't know how she didn't see me. I walked right past her. What's this one? Alright, everybody, come on. Hello. Don't mind me. Y'all were gonna see me anyway, so. A Realm Reborn music is fucked. It kinda is. I didn't grab the parchment, son of a bitch. I didn't pick it up off the floor. Like, I saw the treasure coffer and was like, oh, I don't need the treasure coffer, and just left without grabbing the damn parchment. Let's try this again. Your body is carried on the ethereal flow. Now we open the barrier. Come on. Waiting on you, buddy. Let's go. We're gonna wait 7 seconds. Oh, I was hoping that'd be a one shot. Sorry. There you go. Darkness has taken root within these halls. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irresistible or irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Bunch of Asians. Asian of the 12th staff. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. Asian of the 12th sword. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alright, bring it in, bitches. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Chickens. Fare you well, bringer of light. Report to Ursandal. Wahabuea. La ha 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 Brea. I forgot that when you change forms, it takes off sprint. So I just wasted sprint. It's okay though. You've returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Manadine? You must tell me all. Explains the situation. So she went as far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in her beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. You should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am a better to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. And now I go back to Mephilia. Pray return to the waking sands. Yoink. Look at them butt shakes. Butt shakes! Butt cheeks barely fit in the door, man. Welcome back, PK Thunder. Full glad am I to see you safely return. Tell me, how fared you upon your sojourn to this Wellswood? Explains the situation. I foiled a serial killing plot. Two of La Hebrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us, it is beyond doubt. Then the Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. And now we start working towards Titan, I believe. Oh no, Brayflox, then Titan. But that is going to do it for right now, guys, because I have an appointment, so I have to go. But, as always, it is wonderful that y'all decided to join me for today's stream. And everybody, welcome Cupcake. Cupcake is here. Cupcake is also part of the free company. But we will be back I mean, this is only a level 28 mission, unfortunately, that we just did. So we have a long ways to go to finish A Realm Reborn. As I said before, As I said before, it will not be caught up in time with the Realm Reborn portion of the Let's Play. It's not going to be caught up in time for Dantro. That's for sure. The goal, however, is to get the current MSQ that we're doing, to get that caught up to Dantro. So we just finished the base MSQ yesterday of Shadowbringers, which was defeating Hades and actually finishing the base of Shadowbringers. So now we are going to be starting post Shadowbringers potentially today. We'll see how everything goes today. So we might be starting it today, we might not. For those who are enjoying the Let's Play, be sure to like and subscribe, like and follow and stuff, so that you can see when we go live with the notifications. My schedule is wonky, so I go live whenever I can. I don't have anything kind of set in place. If you miss any of the videos, be sure to check out the YouTube. It is on the YouTube. The VODs typically get posted Tuesdays and Thursdays. That process may speed up a little bit, just because I want to make sure we have everything posted prior to Dawn Trail, so that when we start streaming Dawn Trail when it comes out end of June, well, hopefully, we'll see. Depending on login queues, I may just stick with my main character and not stream it right away because of login queues. We'll see. But the plan is to have it all done, posted, uploaded, everything by beginning of Dawn Trail, so that this way y'all can join us and watch as we kind of frolic about in Dawn Trail. Because it's the beach episode season, guys. Beach episode. So, yeah. Thank y'all again, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.